#1 killer in tropical systems. There's the Doppler radar right now out of Orlando. As we take a different perspective there, you can see that eye wall. And this is Melvin's really showing how the western eye wall is now dangerously close to Oak Hill. We're going to be watching the observations and finding it. Look at the cams now jumping around as that wind is being forced towards the coast right there. There's over towards New Smyrna Beach, I believe they're saying in the back, over towards the Ponce Inlet, just west of right there along I-95. That stretch of real estate right in there. So you take a look now at that northern eye wall continuously now up and down I-95. We'll watch the trends as these winds should begin to start coming down across southern sections there of Brevard County. Guys, back to you.
All right, Tony, thanks. We want to turn our attention back to the coast and
morning everyone. So it's Friday the 7th of October. The storm obviously passed through last night. We managed to actually sleep through. We were fine. We didn't get hit anywhere near as hard as we were expecting. Just to show you outside now. Obviously the birds are very vocal. The storm obviously weakened overnight, so we didn't get hit as hard as expected. But yeah, just a lot of rain and wind. So it's currently 12:30, the day after, well, kind of morning after the storm, Hurricane Matthew, which hit overnight and this morning. We're not under curfew like some of the other counties, so we're going to try. It seems to have eased off, the winds aren't around much anymore, so we're going to try and find some fuel and find somewhere to eat. We have friends in the area that have called round, and there are potentially some restaurants opening later today, so we could well be able to go out and get some food. So we're just travelling at the moment, should be about 10-15 minutes away to get to our friend's villa, but hopefully try and find some fuel on the way.
We're going Hicksville way.
We're going very Hicksville way, so a lot of locals live this direction. We haven't really gone this way since we've been here, but we have been this way before.
Yeah, when I had my wisdom tooth removed.
1 year Luke had his wisdom tooth removed. That was eventful, to say the least. Typical, you come on holiday and something generally happens, and that year was a wisdom tooth. So we'll try and keep you updated as much as we can today. It's quite eerie outside, there aren't many cars around. There's one there, I haven't seen one go by in a while, and there's one coming up in the distance. But I think generally people are gonna be staying home today. Disney is closed all day today, so SeaWorld included, Legoland, Universal, they're all closed today. And we've got also friends here in the resorts, in particular Art of Animation, so we've been on the phone to them today, getting updates. The food court opened earlier on this morning to very limited breakfast, and quite expensive breakfast as well. So it's proving quite costly for those in the resorts that have nowhere to go. I spoke a little bit earlier about the curfew. We're not actually under curfew, but the Disney parks are located in Orange County, and they are actually under curfew until 7 a.m.
It's gone to 5 a.m. now.
Oh, it's gone. It was 7 a.m. tomorrow, Saturday, but it's now gone to 5 a.m. So they, unfortunately, they don't have the option of, if they have a car, to leave, as they will be stopped trying to leave. So they're in a much more difficult situation. They're very restricted on what food they can eat and where they can go. So in that sense, we do feel quite lucky that we aren't in a curfew area and we have a car, and we can just head out and try and find somewhere to eat and somewhere to go. So yeah, I'm just showing you, it's very local here. It's not very touristy. Run-down motels, empty space. So yeah, I'll just show you a bit of where we are. I think this is quite a long road though, to be fair, so I won't film it all. I won't
There's
overdo
an
it.
old motel somewhere on the right. You can see the houses here. Like,
So I'll show you some houses. See, I think you got that. So it's not the typical style houses that we're used to seeing, and they're, yeah, very run down. People are walking on the side of a busy road. A child. Another rundown house there. So interestingly, although they're quite poorly designed and structured, they do seem to have stood the test of the hurricane.
this is our old motel here.
And this is the old motel that we were talking about before. That has been closed for many years actually. And doesn't seem to ever go. So interesting. And then some more houses there. So yeah, very local around here, but it is the direction we need to go. So yeah, we'll keep you updated, and we'll see you soon. Just another quick update. We've actually found fuel. We've never been to a Wawa before anyway, so it's kind of exciting that we're going to somewhere new. So yeah, 7-Eleven next door doesn't have fuel, but fingers crossed we can get some here.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
So it's Friday the 7th of October. The hurricane has passed.
Thankfully.
Yeah, so not a lot to report from today. Obviously we woke up to some wind, some rain. The effects of the hurricane were there. So we just sort of had to stay in. We were told not to go out anywhere.
We didn't get it as bad as we thought we were going to get it, which is quite good. But you know, we sustained quite a few winds and some rain.
Yeah, it was really windy, really rainy. But the only damage was one of the pool screens just blew out. But that was pretty normal, and all the villas next door have had the same thing. So, and
in comparison to everywhere else, especially down at the coast, we've been quite lucky here in Orlando. So
yeah, the storm took a kind of easterly turn at the last minute, so it meant we got hit a lot less bad. So it was good. So we were getting really bored. We were speaking to other friends that are out here, and we weren't actually under curfew. So where we're staying falls on sort of 4 counties, a corner of 4 counties.
A quadrupoint.
Yeah, as Rich looked up.
I looked it up.
Yeah, so we were in Polk County. We didn't have a curfew, so we could go out. They just said don't. But then after about 12 o'clock, everyone was going out. So we decided to. So we met up with friends at their villa about 1:30. Yeah. And then we found out that our friends at
Art of
Animation Hotel, they'd got out at 2 o'clock. So we went and picked them up. We tried to find a restaurant that was open. So our friends found Applebee's. So we went there.
But yeah, as of about 1:30, well, they opened at 2 o'clock. We rang ahead. They opened at 2 o'clock. We rang at 1:30. They said no one was there, and we turned up around about 2:15.
Yeah.
And it was mobbed, chaotic. There was 2 members of staff waiting on tables, and that was it. And there was about a 35-minute wait for food.
Yeah,
so
we didn't have many options, so we waited. I mean, to be honest, the food was really hot, really nice. Service was slow, but there was only 2 people, so we had to wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, and had a meal and then came back and just sort of chilled. There wasn't a lot more going on, so not a lot to show you today. But obviously, it's back to being sunny tomorrow, hopefully, so more from us then.
Yeah.
See you later.